Hello. Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm teacher Oakley. Welcome to Verbling. Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. In this class, we'll be having another conversation, and we'll be talking about our dwellings, our abode, our home, our house, our castle, if you will. We'll be talking about where we live and maybe talking much more generally about where people live in our respective countries. Maybe we'll be talking a little bit about housing in general and building housing in our countries. How does it work? What happens with development? Is it a difficult process in your country? Is it fairly easy for people to build buildings and homes and apartment buildings? Anyway, lots of different things to talk about. We'll be doing a little description and some opinion, the usual fare in the conversation class. Hello. Hi, guys. Hi, Michael. Hi, Dennis. Hi, Andrew.
Hello, Oakley.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Hello again.
Hello again. Hi.
One more class, the same people, right?
Well, we will see. It looks like the class is fully booked, so you guys who reserved your tickets, come on in. Hello, Anne, Roman. Roman, Anne?
Oh, yes, it's Anne again.
Who is it this time?
Sorry?
Is it Roman or Anne again?
It's Anne again.
I see the little green bar is flashing like you're speaking, but I don't hear anything. I'm not sure why.
Or maybe I have some problem with
Maybe your problem is solved. There we go. I heard
maybe.
that. Hi, Anne.
Hi again.
Hi again. And I want to greet Abdul. Hi, Abdul.
Hello, how are you, sir?
I'm doing fine, thank you. Abdul, tell me, I'm going to start with you since you're a newcomer. I'm going to start with you. Abdul, where are you from?
I'm from California.
California. I have heard of this place.
Well, I've been in your classes, back in the days, but
back in the days,
I was out for a while.
Okay. So welcome back. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, where you live in Cali? Where do you live in Cali? Do you live in a? I'm talking about what kind of house or apartment do you live in?
A house?
You have a house.
Yeah.
Okay. What type of house is it?
It's a single-family house. It's a 4-bedroom house.
Okay. Tell me, Abdul, what is your favorite room in the house? And tell me why it's your favorite room.
My favorite room in the house is my room.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah, where I go to bed for sleep, where I spend most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. If I'm going to spend most of the time, in my room, so definitely, my room will be my favorite part of my house.
Okay. Well, many people, the kitchen is where they spend all their time. Some people, it's the living room.
Yeah, I do spend, a lot of time in the kitchen too because, I love to, make food for myself. So I do spend, some time in the kitchen too.
Okay. Cool. Let me talk to some others. Greetings. Hi. I just want to say hello to Marta. Hi, Marta.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
And I'd also like to say hello to Knowles. Well, who disappeared. Come back. Come back again. Okay, Andrew.
Yeah.
How about you? What kind of a place do you live? Apartment?
I live in one-bedroom apartment building.
One bedroom apartment? What's your favorite room?
My favorite room is the kitchen. You know why?
I thought you had a one bedroom, but you have a
Yeah.
separate kitchen. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, why?
because there is a fridge there, and I can get a cold beer.
Okay. All right. Yes. Hail to the refrigerator. Yeah.
Exactly.
I have a very nice refrigerator. I'm very happy about that. A refrigerator is an excellent investment. Absolutely. To have a nice refrigerator, I mean, in my opinion, my favorite appliance. Okay. Okay. Anne, how about you? Tell me a little bit about where you live.
I live in an apartment, and my best room, my favorite room in apartment is my bedroom, because we share apartment with my parents, and it's only one place which is mine in the apartment.
Okay.
I can close the door, and I live for oneself only.
Okay. Tell me, okay, what do you have in your room? Do you have a computer? Is that where your computer is? Do you have books? Do you have plants? Do you have?
I can show you.
You could show me. Okay.
Yeah, here's my. I'm now in my room. Here it is.
Oh, okay.
So you can see sofa.
Ah.
There.
Oh yeah.
That's okay.
There you go.
Wardrobe.
All right.
Moreover, I have I don't know.
Oh, we
tree.
have a tree.
Tree.
Wow. It's so cute and tiny.
Yes, it is growing.
Awesome. So from the last class. Oh, you are gardening. Oh,
Yeah, maybe.
Well, that looks very nice. You have a couch. You have a nice window, so there's lots of natural light, which is good. Looks very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Looks cozy, comfortable, I should say.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too. It definitely looks comfortable. Let me talk to Dennis. Dennis, how about you? Tell me a little bit about where you live.
I rent an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bedroom apartment, but I share it with my friend. I don't know why, even.
Okay. All right.
Because yeah, it's really unnecessary for me, but it's just kind of fun. He's a professional sportsman and very often he's out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your roommate is a professional athlete? Really?
Yeah.
What sport?
Football.
Oh,
soccer.
Okay. All right. That's very interesting. Okay. So, what's your favorite room in your house? Where do you spend the most time?
When he's out, it's his room, because you can go to his room and you can jump on his bed, for example, and nobody.
Okay.
So,
Well, isn't that fun? That's interesting. Okay. Very cool.
yes.
Does he have cool stuff in his room? What does he have
In his room?
Yeah.
No. It's
No.
It's a very small apartment, and it's very small rooms, as usual in Russia. in whole Europe, I think.
Interesting. Yeah. I'm from the United States, as you guys probably know, and we have pretty big rooms, even though one-bedroom apartment, the rooms are going to be fairly large normally, or what I consider fairly large. Now that I've come to the Philippines, I have to get used to very small rooms. Everything seems to be like half the size, but everything's smaller here. So even things like chairs and the toilet. Seriously, it's smaller. Everything's just shrunk 10%. It's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Marta. Marta? Are you
Yes.
there, Marta? Tell me a little bit about where you live.
I live in a flat. It is a six-room flat, and it is not very big, but it is decently fully furnished. And the room I like the most is my own room, because I have all my things there, so I can play, I can sleep, everything.
Okay. What is something special about your room? What is something that might be different? Some artwork, or the color paint, or a unique bed? What is something that might be different?
Oh, I've got a unique picture on my wall, which is from an artist who died recently. And I have a magnificent view on an orchard.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
That sounds great. A nice view.
Yeah.
I have a horrible view. I have no view at all.
Okay.
Actually, if I want a view, I can go to the back of my house, and I have to stand in a chair. The windows are up very high. So I have to stand in a chair to look out, and then it's a nice view. There's mountains back there, there's a river, but I can't just sit in a chair. I have to stand in the chair. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, Michael, tell me a little bit about where you live.
So it's an apartment with one room, small, and that's all. Average apartment.
Average apartment, but what's the coolest thing about your apartment? What is something unique or different? What makes it home for you?
Nothing. It's an average apartment.
Yeah.
It's okay to buy another this kind of apartment, and I would have two homes.
What?
Do you understand what I mean?
Not exactly.
I mean, if I would have another apartment, I would be very happy to have two apartments. Maybe in another country, yeah. So it's nothing special that makes this apartment special. I didn't invested money. Yeah, can I say something like that?
I didn't invest money.
Or I haven't. Or I haven't.
I haven't. It's better. I haven't invested money.
So I haven't invested money in this apartment. I mean, in repair. What is that when you repair?
I haven't invested money to
as noun. Repair as noun. How we can say?
Repairs, usually.
Repairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't invested money in repairs.
Haven't spent money. Haven't spent money on repairs.
Yeah, and these things to make more beautiful this apartment or something like that.
Okay.
It's an average apartment.
Well, we wouldn't say repairs if we're talking about making it more beautiful. You would say I haven't spent money to decorate.
Yeah, on decoration.
Yeah.
Something like that.
You know, you decorate an apartment, you get paintings or posters or sculpture or plants or what have you.
And not my style.
Not your style.
Okay. invest money in to invest more money. I would this money I would save for another for other things.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Abdul, did you have something you wanted to ask or say?
Yeah, just one question, teacher. And can we use renovation too, or no?
Okay, good question. Excellent. If the verb to renovate, if you renovate an apartment, that's like kind of when, oh, I'm going to remove this wall and I'm going to open up this room into one big room and I want to add a window in the back so I could see the mountains. For example, that if I wanted to actually build myself a bigger window, okay, that would be renovating. It's not repairing, because repairing is fixing things, and it's not decorating. It's a little bit different. Renovate, change things, hopefully to make them better. Obviously.
Oakley, if you change a color of your walls, for example, what is it?
That's another good question. You guys are good today. All right. I think that would fall under decorating, actually. That's one of the things a professional decorator, that's one of the things they do. They work on color schemes, color of the furniture and paintings and everything to match. And they think about how much light and the color and blah, blah, blah. So I think that falls under decorating. Yeah. Okay, and now I would like to, I'm sorry I didn't say hello before. Hello, I'd like to talk to the person who, your name is in Arabic, so I cannot actually, I'm not sure what your name is.
His name is Mustafa.
Mustafa.
Yeah.
Mustafa, are you there? Do you have a microphone? Mustafa, yeah, okay. He's typing.
Mustafa Ibrahim.
Oh, you guys are good.
Ibrahim.
I'm impressed. Unfortunately, Mustafa doesn't have a microphone. Okay.
You can ask him a question and he will type in chat answers.
Yeah, sure. I was just going to do that. Yeah, he agrees with you. Okay, Mustafa.
Mustafa, where do you live?
There you go. Mustafa, Michael would like to know where you live. Right at a good speed. Okay. He lives in Cairo.
So
okay.
we can debate with him.
Sure we can. He writes back.
I mean, I will talk and he will answer in chat.
Terrific. This is what we call in English a one-sided conversation. One person is talking and the other person doesn't say anything. So this is we have a phrase for this, a one-sided conversation. Or the other person isn't allowed to respond or can't respond for some reason. Yeah. Okay, what kind of place do you live in, Mustafa? Do you live in an apartment, in a house? In a submarine? Apartment. Okay, cool. What's your favorite room in the apartment? Not underwater. That's good. Very good. Mustafa, this is fun. Okay. Occasionally, Mustafa, pay attention. I'll ask you a question as I go along. But he's not Egyptian. Oh. Well, now I'm totally confused. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll ask you questions as we go. Abdul, back to you. Interesting. Okay. Well, Abdul lives in California, so actually, totally change of topic, slightly related. We're talking about where we live. Some of us live in apartments. Some of us live in a house. And I think most of us live in apartments. But, Abdul, now you live in California, so you, I'm sure, know what I'm talking about when I talk about housing developments.
Right.
Yeah, where there's often a walled-in area. Oh, am I stuck?
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're okay.
All right. Well, my camera's stuck, but okay. Anyway, California, of course, has many developments and developed areas where they may have many maybe apartment developments or housing development or even condominiums, which
Exactly.
are
Yeah.
what the heck are condominiums? They're not really they're not an apartment, but they're not a house either.
Yeah.
A shared community place. Often these kinds of developments have a community building,
Yeah.
like
Gated communities.
gated communities. Yeah, they'll have. Oh, good. Oh, good news. My virus is updated. Okay. In any case, yeah, they'll have sometimes community centers where maybe they'll have exercise, maybe a gym, maybe a pool, maybe a social center. Who knows? Whatever. So these are very common in California, right, Abdul?
Right.
Yeah. What is your? Do you live in one of these places by any chance, or no?
Well, I'm not living in a gated community. I mean,
No.
yeah, because I mean, I mean, you are from California. I mean, if you want to live in a gated community, like in I mean, most of these gated communities are in Bay Area. I mean, in Walnut
Yeah.
Creek, in San Jose, in San Francisco, South San Francisco, especially.
Yeah.
So I mean, and these areas are, I mean, a lot expensive. So I mean, it's very hard, to buy something over there. And especially in general perception, people here, living here in California, they like gated communities because of security, because of so many, services over there. So I
Right.
mean, yeah.
And the point is, as you are actually saying it, I'm confirming it. In the United States, these kinds of planned communities, all right, where maybe they build 20 houses and you have a community center, usually very well maintained, very clean, a higher degree of security, I suppose. These kinds of developments are becoming more and more popular. What I'd like to continue and talk about, you guys in each of your countries, is this something that's happening in your countries? Are people building more apartment buildings? Are people building more homes? And also, I want to talk about, is it a difficult process? For example, if I want to build a housing development in California, what do you think,
Oh,
Abdul? How many years would it take me?
it's a long bureaucracy process. I mean, don't
Yeah.
even talk about building. I mean, just talk about, like if you want to make some changes in your house. I mean, if you want to make some changes in your kitchen, if you want to make changes, in your, I mean, backyard, if you want to make changes in your garage room, I mean, it's a long process. You will go to the
Yes.
city office, county office, the file will go there, the file will go there, this paperwork, that paperwork, you're going to pay that much, you're going to pay this much, and you're going to do that, you're going to take that safety measures. I mean, you have to go to the insurance, who covered your house. If you make some changes in your house and you did not, I mean, convey, those changes to your insurance company. So, I mean, if anything happens in the future, I mean, they're not going to pay you nothing, none.
That's right. Okay, thank you for very clearly explaining my point. Is it difficult to build? Yeah, and it's exactly right. In the United States, even you want to renovate, you have to have special permits. There are zoning laws where certain types of buildings are only allowed in certain areas, and you have to have what are called setbacks. You have to be so far from the road and so far from a river and so far from a national forest or blah, blah, blah.
Even sort of painting, like if you want to, I mean, paint your house with a special color, I mean, they can stop you to use that color. You know, they can enforce you a specific color. You can paint only this color. You know, I mean, they can. I mean,
yes,
so I mean, it's
that's
crazy. But on the other thing, I think it's pretty good too. I mean, because you know, I mean, it all comes in the rules and regulation. You know, so I mean, and if you think, you know, on the other side, so I mean. If everything goes, you know, in a certain procedure, and if the cities and, you know, and communities, you know, I mean, the city government or the county government, you know, if they enforce the building laws, you know, across the board on everyone, so I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, that community looks nice, you know.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you have a quality place to live. Yeah, okay. Very true.
Yeah, better sewerage, you know, I mean, everything.
Right.
You know.
And infrastructure. Infrastructure, our roads, the sewer, the electrical power grid,
water,
like that nature. Water,
telecommunication.
Telecommunications, yeah, all of that, exactly. Infrastructure. Part of the byproduct of having all these laws and zoning laws and regulations and red tape is also actually to maintain the appearance, the aesthetic appearance, but also to the functionality. Does it function? Is there too much traffic, or is there enough power in the grid for the housing that follows? All of that stuff. So it's not just how it looks, actually. But okay, Andrew, you made a comment or two about red tape, same in Russia. Yeah.
We've got the same problem. For example, if you want to get your flat replaned, you also have to gather lots of documents to do this.
Wait a second. You mean painting like the inside?
Not painting. For example, if you wanna broke some wall in your apartment and make it like in a studio, for example, that's a long process, as Abdul said.
Okay. What is your opinion about all of that? Is it?
I think I'm okay with it, because some people make it illegal in their apartment, and maybe because of dimension of the house, or can I say like dimension?
Not some of the people, most of the people.
Okay.
Some of the house.
All right. What do you mentioned dimensions, which is a related word, good vocabulary. Dimensions are 30 meters by 20 meters by 30 meters are the dimensions, for example. So what were you saying about changing dimensions?
I mean, if someone broke a wall, for example, but he did it something in the wrong way, and it may be the cause that the house will be damaged, you know, and I'm okay with this.
Okay.
That before replacing or broken some walls, a person first of all had to get the special documents for that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, there may even be safety issues.
Safety issues, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want your apartment collapsing.
Right.
Right. Okay. Anne, how about in Ukraine? Are the zoning laws or building laws very strict, very loose? What's it like there?
In my country, there is also complicated bureaucratic system, but if you have enough money, it will not be a problem for you. Unfortunately, our system is very. There is big corruption in our system, and if you share your money, you can build a cottage even in national park. It's unfortunately it's very popular situation.
Really, Anne? Are you being serious here, or are you just being a little sarcastic?
No, I'm serious because we heard almost 1 week in news that some rich man built his cottage near the lake or in the forest. He built a big fence about 3 meters, and nobody can go to the lake or walk in the forest.
God.
It's normal for my country, unfortunately.
Really?
And people try to fight against this situation, but money is power. At this time.
Yeah. Well, it sounds quite unfortunate. What a very selfish man to build a cottage, like as you explained. What kind of a person does that anyway? I mean, my God. Seriously.
Deputies, businessmen.
I know, but what a jerk. Excuse me, but if many people enjoy this area, as you're talking about, going to the beach, I mean, what kind of a jerk does that? Seriously. Wow.
Persons in power.
I guess so, but that's excessively selfish in my mind. That's just my opinion, but...
It's abuse of power.
Yeah, it certainly is. No doubt.
Because they know that they will win election in next election, so they know, so they can abuse.
Or maybe they're afraid they won't win the election and they need a place to hide.
No, if they would be afraid, next power that would come, they would start to investigate. They would start to take these houses, yeah, because they are not built in the place where is permitted to build.
Right. I wonder if that ever happens. Okay, Dennis, question. Andrew, after he was done speaking, he posted in the chat box that people that live in a house, that own their own house, they can do whatever they want to do. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. If you buy land, if you buy a piece of land, yes, you can do everything you want.
Okay.
There is no strict laws about shape of your house, about the color of your house, about everything. And maybe it's not so good if to speak about, for example, if to speak about Moscow and townhouses. Yeah, I think it should be some kind of regulation, because people sometimes build just terrible houses. It's terrible architecture, and it seems very strange in particular area, especially if there are another houses of special architectural type, for example, around. And it seems terrible sometimes, because very often people with the big money in Russia have a lack of taste completely.
Okay. Yeah, oh boy, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that's another reason for these zoning laws and building rules. You hit on a very good point. If you if you build an architectural style that is completely incongruous with the existing architecture, it looks bizarre. It looks extremely strange. If you're slapping up Chinese pagodas in an area where you have Nordic A-frames, it looks completely bizarre. Yeah, definitely true. The only place where that works is Las Vegas, where you have a pyramid next to a Roman fortress, next to in Vegas, that's okay, but leave it in Vegas, please. Yeah.
Everything is okay in Vegas.
Everything's okay in Vegas, baby. Oh yeah. Yeah, Abdul, do you ever make it to Vegas?
No, one time I just went there for to see, you know, bull riding.
Rodeo? Cool. All right. Awesome. How American of you. Okay. Very funny. Cool. All right. Marta. Oh, Mimo. Oh, no. There he goes. Mimo, come back. Come back. I'll talk to you if you manage to get back here. Marta.
Yes.
Where are you from again? I know you've told me before, but.
Italy.
Italy. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Another country heard from. In Italy, are the building codes, are the rules, restrictions, and laws about building, are they strict? Are they lax or loose? What's it like there?
I think that they are not very strict, but they are normal. I mean, they should prevent people from building everywhere, and in theory they are effective, but actually sometimes it is possible to you know, to to go around these codes and these rules, and to build something illegal.
Okay, so, to go around the rules and regulations. Okay. All right.
How did you say, Oakley? To find a loop? A loop?
A loophole. Perhaps you could find if you're going around the rules, perhaps you can find a loophole so you can get away with doing things. And this is why, you know, building developers in the United States, at least, I'm sure in other countries, they have lawyers, plural. Their lawyers are doing all this stuff, figuring out loopholes so that they can build a bridge. Yeah, loophole. And we also talk about loopholes in laws, like tax laws. You figure. Yeah.
Something to quibble.
Yeah. Some a way to go around the law. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, Michael. How about in Moldova? And actually, while I'm at it, Mustafa, how about in Egypt? Simultaneous. Let's have simultaneous thinking. Okay, same question, Mustafa, Michael. What are the zoning and building laws like? Are they very strict? Are they loose? Are they easy to get around?
So yes, when you want to build in your house something, I do not think you need to ask someone something. For example, if you have house, in countryside, or your own house without any apartments with other people, your own house, you can build what you want to build. I mean, you can do any constructions in that house.
Okay.
But if
one question from Igor, sir, if you allow me.
Sure. Go ahead.
Did they allow commercial buildings, you know, in residential areas or no?
Good question.
Did allow what?
Commercial buildings.
Where? In a residential.
In residential areas, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you mean where I live, residential street, or what?
Yeah, like let's say if you are living in a city and your sector is totally residential, so did anybody can build, you know, commercial plaza or something over there in the middle of the residential area or no?
Yeah, you can build something.
Okay.
Some kind of buildings, commercial buildings.
Really?
But depends, of course, what kind of commercial. Yeah, we have built. How we can say in the past. I mean, built in the past.
Like let's say they can build a 20 or 34 floor big, building, right in front of your house or no?
Commercial building?
Yeah, like let's
I
say.
mean, business building.
Yeah.
Business. I don't know for sure. I never seen this kind of buildings to build in a residential area. I know, for example, they build buildings for people, new buildings. For example, near my building, about
No, for
50
business
meters.
purposes. For business
No.
purpose.
Yeah.
It's not quite. I cannot say that here it's only residential. Our city is small, quite small. So you cannot divide that this part of city lives only people, this part of city only business, that part only people. It's kind of how I can say.
So everything
Yeah.
is mixed together, right?
Yeah, mixed.
Right. So I understand both of your points of view. Abdul is actually, this is very common in the United States. Every town and city does this. They zone areas. This area is zone A is strictly residential. You cannot build a business here. This is zone B. This is commercial. This is for retail sales and hotel or whatever, not hotel, wholesale storage, whatever. This is zone C over here. This is going to be the commercial district. You cannot build residential here. And sometimes they have mixed zoning where they have a quota. We want 50% residential and 50% commercial in this area. And they stick to those codes. They very strictly, oh, I'm sorry, we're at 50% commercial. You want to build a commercial building? I'm sorry, you absolutely cannot do it. Then
but give me a bribe, and we will give you.
Well, no,
no.
Close. What they do, yeah, kind of, almost actually, Abdul. What they try to do is then they'll try to work on getting one of the town selectmen or town governor, governance, the mayor, somebody, to change the zoning law.
Yeah, but it will go through the proper channel, I mean.
Yeah, it will. It will. But
they're not going to change the policy if you offer them some money, but they will, send your request to the proper channel, and if your request, approved by the town committee, so then you can go for it. Yeah.
Exactly. So they will try to have the laws change. This is
they're
very
not going to do it
common.
for money.
Right, but not straight up bribe. Doesn't work that way. Because they would, they always. It does happen, but
well, if it happens, so I mean, on the very next day, the area, the people of that area will go straight to the court, and sue the guys, I mean.
Right. Americans are not very shy about going to the authorities. If they wait, they're building a commercial bank on this street? No way. I know what the zoning is.
Yeah.
So they could never get away with it.
Because you have a lot of space in your country. I mean, it's a very big country, and you have a lot of space. So you have where to choose from space, where to build commercial, non-commercial.
Yeah. That's true. And they like to plan everything. That's right.
But here in my country, it's very small, so it's city, very small city, and here you cannot choose where is commercial, non-commercial. It's all mixed, a mix of buildings. So it's okay. It's nothing special. But of course, where produces, for example, chocolate. What is that? Fabrics. What is that?
Factory.
Production of something. Production of something. For example,
building a factory, a chocolate factory.
Yeah, factory. For example, factories and this kind of things. They are kind of out of these residential areas. They are not mixed up with our residential.
They're usually located on the skirts, right? Outskirts.
Yes.
Such kind of buildings.
Not all, but the most, yes. But some in the city, but in some kind of area where people do not live in that area. Many people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they have things like in English we would say industrial parks. Okay.
Industrial parks.
An industrial park is usually an area, again, strictly zoned, where you'll have a factory that makes Nike sneakers, and another maybe a call center, a BPO, and then the next building is maybe they make car parts, whatever. You have many factories and like that. That's very common in the United States. Very common here in the Philippines. Actually.
Okay, I've got a question.
Yeah.
Where is industrial park located in the United States? On the outskirts of cities?
Outskirts? Yeah, absolutely. They're
Yeah,
not running
here.
oil refineries in downtown Dallas. No, absolutely on the outskirts. Yes.
But
Oakley.
Yeah.
There is one. But there is one plant here, almost in the center of the city, in the
Really?
downtown. Yeah, but it was built maybe 80 years ago.
Yeah, actually, you know what commonly happens in the United States? There are like clothing factories in the middle of the city or warehouses. What happens is they get converted, they get refurbished, and they turn it into a mall. And then they say, actually, I think there's a place in Moscow, isn't there? A chocolate factory or whatever. It used to be a giant chocolate factory near the river, and they refurbished it, and now it's shops and there's nightclubs and different things there. Yeah. Right? You guys know about that? The place?
Красный Октябрь.
Yeah. Okay.
We have here the same. We had a computer factory. Yeah, computer factory. It's correct to say. But yes. Old, when from Soviet Union years. So we had, and there was kind of distracted, kind of not working. Yeah, it was, and they to our country comes Chinese people. Yeah, and they built a mall. There, big mall, four floors.
Okay.
So, can I ask you, sure. what is the opposite to residential area for this commercial buildings? It's commercial area. How is it called? No, not for big factories, but just for commercial buildings.
Business.
Yeah, the business. Usually, it's the business district, but in zoning, they would call that a commercial area, offices, banks, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if to speak about Russia and former Soviet Union Republic, that's Moldova, in Soviet Union, they would just know zoning, and there is no zoning now because there is no commercial buildings at all. So, and there were no places for these commercial buildings. And now, now we have sometimes some kind of mixed areas, residential area with the commercial buildings. Just because it's just historically, how can I say, given situation.
Yeah.
Historical inherited
background.
Situation.
Yes.
Can you say Oakley, historical inherited buildings?
They
remained from
the situation.
Well, I'm not sure what you're trying to say. They inherited the situation. It's just the existing situation, or are you trying to say heritage? Like a heritage site, meaning it has historical value.
Yeah, just existing situation.
Okay, well then that's what it is. In English, it is what it is.
Because of history, saying this way. So, and we don't have a real zoning system in every city in Russia, even in Moscow.
Okay.
So, and as a result, we don't have strict laws about zoning.
Okay.
So it's possible. Yeah, it's possible to build commercial buildings near apartment house, for example.
Right. I kind of understand why, because you don't really have
just
a choice.
Just because now there is no another place to build it.
Yeah.
Such buildings.
Interesting. Do they ever? Well, let me quickly say hello to Muhammad. Hi, Muhammad. How are you? Omar? Muhammad? Mohammed, are you there? Is your microphone working? I heard you trying to speak. I just was trying to give you a chance. Okay, just shout out if you're going to speak. Mustafa, I written you the question in the chat box. Here it is, about here. Are there rules for building new buildings in Cairo? Are there many rules for building? Is it very difficult if you want to build a office building or even just a house? Yeah, I'm asking you. Like, this is the third time. Okay. Mustafa reports that there are many buildings. Yeah, okay. I'm
Start a dialogue, Oakley, with Mustafa.
It's really hard.
It's okay. It will be a first dialogue that I see. You talk, he reading, you answer. First time I see something like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, Mustafa, the question was...
hello, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, Mohammed. Who am I talking to? Mohammed?
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Yes, I'm Mohammed.
Doing well. Hi, Mohammed. Hang on, Mustafa. Mohammed.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Cairo.
You're from Cairo.
As well.
As well, okay.
Yes.
Mustafa, even though he's only able to chat, he's still making me laugh. He's a funny guy, Mustafa. Okay, he says I'll be on hold. Are you friends? Do you guys know each other? Are you friends? Mohammed?
Actually, no. I don't know him.
Okay.
No, sir, I don't know him.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we're having a conversation about building, making new buildings, and what we're talking about in particular were laws and rules and regulations that you have to follow in our various countries. Is it very difficult if I want to build a building in the middle of Cairo? Would it take a long time? Is it very difficult? Are there a lot of rules? Mohammed? Mohammed?
We have rules.
Uh-oh.
I think his internet connection.
You can pick it.
Oh, unfortunately.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Well, yes and no, Mohammed. You have a bad connection, and so it's getting robotic. It has a robot sound.
Mustafa is ready to answer in chat about that. He's
Okay.
As well as from Egypt.
It's not difficult. Okay. To build a... All right. All right, well, thank you for answering the question. More detail would be great. Why is it not difficult? Elaborate. Why is it not difficult? What do you mean? You can build whatever you want? Very hard. Difficult. Oh, you guys. Okay. I don't know. I'm sorry about that, Mohammed. I'm sorry that the connection is not so great. Okay, anyway, we've only got like 5 minutes. So, on the same topic, I'm going to go around one time quick. What is the most unusual... Whoa. What is the most unusual building that you've ever seen? It could be, I don't care what kind of building, a factory, a residential building, a mansion, a skyscraper, or somebody's house. What is the most unusual building that you've ever seen, Mustafa? Describe in the chat. Thank you. And Abdul, what do you think? The most unusual building?
I mean, I will tell you about Dubai, I mean, I went to Dubai, you know, like 4 years ago, and I mean, I saw over there, you know, a lot of, you know, crazy buildings.
Yes. Well, okay, you're talking cutting edge. Seriously. Cutting edge of architecture, everything, building material, building styles. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
and when I went there, you know, I went to, you know, one of their famous, you know, building. I think the name of the building is Burj Dubai or something like that. And when I went there during that time, you know, I'm talking about 2008, 2009, it was like about 750 or 60-meter high from the ground. And the construction was still going on the top, like they were building like 50 or 40 more floors, you know, on the top. So it was like almost, you know, one you know, maybe more than 1 kilometer high from the ground, and the construction was still going on over there. And I mean,
Sorry, it disappeared for a moment. Hi, I'm back. Okay, where were we? Okay, unusual buildings. Andrew, what's the most unusual building?
Yeah, you know, Oakley. I saw it on the movie. Have you watched the movie titled "The Devil's Advocate"?
The Devil's Advocate. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there was a scene when the devil and his advocate were standing on the roof of some skyscraper, and the waterfall fell down, and I couldn't get how it was possible.
I can't remember.
Do you remember this scene? No.
Not exactly. No.
You know, it's like a waterfall fell down on the skyscraper, and I couldn't get how it was possible. But it's really interesting building, and this idea of waterfall just touched me. I was amazed by this.
Ah, cool. Yes. Actually, one of the coolest houses, I had a friend who had a house who had a waterfall that went in his house. He had a little river that went actually through his house. In his living room, watch TV, there's a little river at your feet. A little tiny babbling brook. Very cool.
We're here in California or over there in Philippines?
No, that was actually in Vermont, when I lived in Vermont.
Right.
It was such a cool house. It burnt down. It was so tragic. He had no insurance.
Whoa.
He lost everything. He built like very cool on one side like a citadel with crenellated, you know, crenellated like a European castle where you know like the squares. That's called crenellated. He had a tower with a crenellated tower on the top, and then another part of his house he had a minaret. Okay, you know minaret, like onion shaped dome. You guys, I'm sure.
Yep.
Of course, in Moscow, you guys know what I'm talking about. But also, you people from the Middle East should know what I'm talking about. But Finn, he actually built this himself, and he had a rope bridge between the two. You could go on the rope bridge, and on the very top of the castle and the minaret was a bedroom with like 360-degree views. Very cool. What a great house. Unfortunately, it burnt down, so I cannot show it to you or anything. But that was one of the coolest things I ever saw. Uh-oh, you know what? Now I'm talking. Very sorry, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Participation.
Thank you.
I have to